And I, after reading the book, realized that I knew nothing about the American Indian, and that everything that we are taught about the American Indian is wrong. It's inaccurate. And our school books are hopelessly lacking, perhaps criminally lacking, in revealing what our relationship was with the Indian. When we hear, as we've heard throughout all our lives, no matter how old we are, that we are a country that stands for freedom, for rightness, for justice, for everyone, it simply doesn't apply to those who are not white. It just simply doesn't apply. And we were the most rapacious, aggressive, destructive, torturing, monstrous people who swept from one coast to the other, murdering and causing mayhem among the Indians. There's one Indian in the... But that isn't revealed, because we don't like that image of ourselves. We don't like to see us. We like to see ourselves as perhaps John Wayne sees us. And and also what we've learned about the Indians has been largely taught to us by Hollywood and by motion pictures. Taught to us by Hollywood and by motion pictures. Taught to us by Hollywood and by motion pictures. They have educated us.
Yeah. What I know about Chaminuga, it's a long story of Chaminuga. Chaminuga's body was surviving in Persia. Do you know Persia?
Yes.
That's where most black people came from. Because these southern countries were not having people, they was just forests. The time people began to travel, they came from Persia They was led by the voice of a bird which was flying. That bird was showing them directions to go and the rules of praying to the ancestors, to stop, to spend even 1 week or 1 month or 6 months at the same place. And it was the one which was telling them to move away, to leave some other people.
The world.
muy xam-xam boo xam ne mu ngi wàcc jëm ci wàllu lébu.
And this knowledge is came from the Lebus community.
ndax lébu dañu am culture bu mag.
And the Lebus, they have a big culture.
am cosaan bu mag.
And they have a big tradition.
am diine aussi.
And also they have a religion.
kon kenn warul waxtaanee lébu rek nga ñëw rek commencé Sénégal parce que lébu commencé wul Sénégal.
So it doesn't mean, for example, if you're talking about Lebu, you cannot only start in Senegal, you know, because Lebu doesn't come from Senegal.
parce que suñu maam yi dañuy wax ne lébu mu ngi commencé Inde.
Because his ancestors, they said Lebu is came from India.
parce que lébu yi dëkkoon nañu Inde.
Because the Lebu, they used to live in India.
suñu maam yi nee nañu lébu yi def nañu 1000 ans en Inde.
And his ancestors, they said the Lebus, they stay in India for 1,000 years.
alors bi yàlla attee ñu jóge Inde nag ci lañ ñëw Égypte.
And when by God, you know, in the future, they leave India, they came to Egypt.
In Africa, the migration of ethnic groups from one place to the other contributed to a large extent in the growth and expansion of ethnic groups that have remained dominant in their geographical entities. One kingdom that was founded as a result of the confluence of several factors was Kaabu. It existed between 1537 and 1867. Kaabu rose to prominence in the region as a former province of the Mali Empire. It was a Mandinka kingdom of Senegambia centered on modern northeastern Guinea-Bissau, extending into Casamance in Senegal. The famed Imam of Kaabu, Bafo de Sane, grew up reading the historical origins of his Mandinka tribe and the close links between the various ethnic groups in the Greater Senegambia region.
The history of Kaabu, what they got from the elders about Kaabu Empire. 3 clans left the Kaaba from Saudi Arabia. The name of the elderly clan called Kamisimbong and Kanuba Simbong and Lawali Simbong. That Lawali Simbong was the first ruler in Manding Kaaba. From there, the first place they built, they called that place Kirikoli. That is where they first established. Then they built a village. After that, then they told everybody that they will name it after the Kaaba. That is where they call Manding Kaaba.
Now, for those of you out there that don't know where the fuck you come from, listen to my black ass. Because whoever's out there, you were black, like me. Black. This ain't got nothing to do with race. Well, it does, but you were black at one fucking time in history. So, for those of you that don't know, everybody on this fucking earth came from fucking Africa.
In Persia.
Because his ancestors, they said Lebu is came from India.
3 clans left the Kaaba from Saudi Arabia.
So, for those of you that don't know, everybody on this fucking earth came from fucking Africa.
That's
This nigga's crazy.
I went to Africa. They took me out there. I went out there for a genealogy thing. I went out there to see my ancestors. They took me out there. I did this thing, and they took me out there. They took me way out in this village, on this dirt road, all the way out to this village. And they took me and they showed me and said, "These are your people." I said, "Don't none of these people look like me." And tricked my ass, got me all the way out here in the desert.
Now, what is this on your neck?
I gotta get it retouched.
You have a tattoo that says neck?
A tattoo that says
right.
neck. Well, I have one. It's my tribal tattoo. I'm from, the Pamunkey tribe.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah, he's
right.
Right.
You from the monkey tribe? Am I from the Pamunkeys too?
No.
Okay, just a second.
It's native. It's a Native American tribe, but
now.
1700 hours. Suspects hand out consumables, and the natives are restless. The natives are restless. The natives are restless.
So I'm like you guys. I celebrate American history, which is our history, every month out the year. And I hope that for parents and kids that go home, now we have the internet, now we have tools at our hand. And no, you aren't being taught Black American history in schools, but now we can still go out and find that history. It's not like when we grew up and maybe it was buried someplace in the encyclopedia. All you gotta do is go type in some words and you can get it right now and understand where you've come from and how special you are.
Can I just end with this one thing? These four brothers sitting here, we didn't all come from Africa. And there was there was a country before 1492. And our history goes way beyond 1492. So you can't start us at 1492. We were always here.